Hello and welcome to the Thursday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. It's September 12th. Grant Olson is away tonight. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Here's a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The proposal to build a tall lighted cross on the hills above Leavenworth is sparking conversation in that community and beyond. We spoke with one of the movement's organizers, as well as a resident who started the petition that brought the issue to light. And a U.S. Marine from Hansen has been found safe after going missing from his unit at Camp Pendleton 2.5 weeks ago. The Winds of Autumn, a terrible title for a Game of Thrones novel, but a welcome change nonetheless. Dan Kuntz has a forecast for you coming up that offers a cool breeze and some nice temperatures in the very near future. First, our top story this evening. An East Wenatchee man who punched a bouncer during a struggle at a local tavern will have to be resentenced after his case went to appeal. 30-year-old Chase Allen Spiegel is currently serving 57 months in Airway Heights Correctional Center. Back in January 2022, a bouncer ejected Spiegel from Joe's Bar and Grill for being disorderly, and in the process, a bartender took away Spiegel's beer and poured it over his head. Spiegel punched the bouncer, not the bartender, and broke the man's nose. A Douglas County jury convicted him of second-degree assault. But this morning, the Washington Court of Appeals ruled his case needs to come back to Douglas County to recalculate the length of Spiegel's prison term. The appellate judges say the court may have miscalculated when it factored in a lesser assault conviction Spiegel received in Colorado. No new hearing date has been set in that appeal. Spiegel was also previously convicted in Chelan County and served prison time for a violent 2016 domestic assault against a girlfriend. A 34-year-old man was arrested Wednesday on suspicion of assault after a police search that led nearby Chelan schools to lock their doors. Jesus Alberto Lulu Gonzalez of Hansen was booked on suspicion of second-degree assault and resisting arrest after allegedly threatening another man with a knife in the 400 block of East Woodin Avenue about 10:30 yesterday morning, then running from Chelan County Sheriff's deputies. He was later found hiding in the yard of a nearby residence on East Okanagan Avenue. The search led Morgan Owings Elementary School to go into a modified lockdown, meaning doors were locked to the outside, but students were allowed to move as normal between classrooms. Other Chelan schools likewise locked down as the search area expanded. Aside from the alleged assault, Lulo Gonzalez was also wanted on 2 warrants, including one for violating his probation in a 2023 assault conviction. The Upper Pearl Hill Bridge, just east of Bridgeport, is being entirely replaced following significant structural damage from the Pearl Hill Cold Springs fire. In September 2020, that fire burned over 413,000 acres and caused severe damage to the underside of the bridge. Preliminary engineering for the bridge's replacement began in 2021, but construction officially kicked off just last month. The $3 million replacement is funded by the Washington State Department of Transportation. The project will include the demolition of the damaged bridge and installation of a new one with 2 11-foot travel lanes and 6-foot paved shoulders on each side. Construction is scheduled for completion in mid-November. Well, back in mid-August, residents of Leavenworth were surprised to learn about a plan to erect a 70-foot cross on the peak of Tumwater Mountain, which towers to the north of the Bavarian-themed tourist town. Organizers said the cross would be lit up at night as a symbol of Christian faith, similar to the much taller one on Wenatchee Heights. The land is owned by Robert Johnson, owner of the Enzian Inn and the luxury Post Hotel in Leavenworth. Chelan County confirms Johnson submitted his permit application for the project on Wednesday, months after construction began in June. Harry Hansen represents the group steering the project. We spoke with him as well as Ryan Showalter, who started an online petition criticizing the effort. Ryan Showalter is a Leavenworth property appraiser whose backyard offers a nice view of Tumwater Mountain. Back in June, he was surprised to learn a new construction was underway on the top of that peak.
I was shocked at not having heard anything about it, and so when I looked into it and found out that it actually was happening, I felt that it was something that the rest of the community needed to be able to know about.
What was happening was construction of a 70-foot cross on top of Tumwater, on private land owned by Robert Johnson, owner of the Enzian Hotel and the luxury Post Hotel in Leavenworth. Work began that month with anchors going into the rock and an upright support put in place. Harry Hansen, a fellow Leavenworth resident and former Chelan County Sheriff's deputy, is among the members of a prayer group working with Johnson on the cross project. He says they took their cues from the 100-foot lighted cross on Wenatchee Heights. Randy Smith, the builder and operator of the Wenatchee Cross, gave advice to the Leavenworth group.
It seemed only logical to place a cross up on Tumwater Mountain or somewhere where it could be seen by people coming into Leavenworth and people visiting Leavenworth and some people living in Leavenworth. Some of our values are being challenged that really were the basis for our country. Instead of putting God first, we now are putting a lot of emphasis on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and to where right is wrong and wrong is right. And so we thought it was time to stand up for what we believe in.
Showalter started an online petition on change.org, objecting to the project and asking that it be submitted to Chelan County's permitting process. It's gathered almost 1,600 signatures.
The thing that concerned me most about it was that it seemed to be happening without anybody knowing about it. It didn't seem like a proposal to me. It sort of seemed like something that was happening without anybody in the community really knowing about it. I was really uncomfortable with that aspect of it.
The county's community development director, Dina Walter, said not only was the work taking place without a permit, the cross would also qualify as a sign under the county code, and without a variance, its height would need to be limited to just 30 feet.
I've looked at the code, and I can't see where they're coming up with a sign out of this thing at all. No definition in the code comes even close to the cross.
Hansen put in the necessary paperwork on Wednesday to apply for a county permit, but the case has already gone to the Chelan County Sheriff's Code Enforcement Office to review it for permitting violations. When we come back, Chelan County's boat safety and enforcement program is the best in the state. That's according to the Washington Parks Office, which honored the Chelan County Sheriff's Program as Marine Law Enforcement Program of the Year. We'll tell you about that coming up. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Check out clubcrowcashmere.com for upcoming events and tickets.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Are you a good listener? Do you stay curious when exploring conflicts? Can you manage emotions in stressful situations? Do you want to help people create solutions that work for each person's needs, lives, and culture? We need people like you to learn to be volunteer mediators, and we're here to help. Contact your local dispute resolution center to discuss your interests and learn about training opportunities.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. A Chelan County Marine who walked away from duty at Camp Pendleton has been located and may now face discipline. 23-year-old Cameron Bailey of Hansen was found and detained by military police Wednesday on the California Marine Corps base, more than 3 weeks after disappearing from a local bar while undergoing personal distress. He had been spotted several times on surveillance video around the base, but was classified as having deserted his duty. Bailey is a Lance Corporal who graduated Manson High School in 2019 and was due to leave military service this week. Camp Pendleton officials say they won't comment further on his case while it's ongoing. A Wenatchee Valley College welcomed a new face to their campus on Monday. Lisa Turner, a local business owner and former Wenatchee School District employee, has been hired by the college as their interim director of human resources. Turner moved to Wenatchee 32 years ago and earned her bachelor's degree in business administration with an emphasis in human resources from Central Washington University. Turner spent 16 years as the HR manager of the manufacturing company Dolco Packaging before moving on to the Wenatchee schools. She worked at the district for 12 years until leaving in 2019 to work full-time at Community Glass, a local business that she owns. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office is a constant presence on Lake Wenatchee, the Columbia River, and other bodies of water throughout the county. Just a week ago, the Sheriff's Marine Unit was named Marine Law Enforcement Program of the Year by Washington State's Parks and Recreation Office, which oversees boat safety in the state. The agency was selected in part because of its response to the Pioneer Fire along Lake Chelan, where its boats carried supplies, served evacuation notices, and ferried hikers out of the fire zone. Sergeant Rob Huddleston, the program's coordinator, says the award comes even as the Marine Unit is raising funds to repair and refurbish its aging boat fleet. The award will be presented at the 2024 Marine Law Enforcement Conference in Bellingham later this month. Well, coming up next, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society's Pet of the Week is a unique strain of breeds with a unique name, Galileo. You'll meet him coming up next in our weekly Pause for Pets feature. And the recent rains and other factors have helped to bring some cooler temperatures throughout north central Washington. Our friend Dan Kuntz, you know him, you love him, sometimes you even watch his show, will be along in just a few minutes with the total weather outlook. Please stay with us.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Another fall sports season is upon us. Yes, we'll be talking about Eastmont football, but also volleyball and girls soccer. Be sure and join us for the Eastmont Wildcats all season long right here on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. Coverage is presented by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor.
Want to stay up to date on the latest news in the area? Tired of paying for your news? Download the NCWLIFE app now. No subscriptions necessary. Get news, weather, sports, and more live as it happens. Available for iPhone and Android in the App Store. Local news at your fingertips. Don't miss the stories that matter to you. Stay connected. Download the NCWLIFE app now.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. It's time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Today's featured pet is a 5-year-old Husky Pit Bull mix who loves cheese and lots of cuddles. Meet Galileo.
Pause for Pets is presented to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Mary Maids, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Manager. And today I'd like to introduce you to Galileo. Galileo is our, we think, 5-year-old Husky mix, and we're not sure what he's mixed with, but it's something that gives him a big head, which is really cute, and a calmer demeanor than most Huskies. He's not super jumpy or escapey like a lot of Huskies tend to be, and he's really quiet too. So you are a very nice mix of dog. He also has these beautiful, unique blue eyes. They're so blue, they're like white, and it's just so cool. Galileo came to us as a stray about 3 weeks ago, and yeah, and we've loved having you. You're so easy. I love you, but he needs a home. And so, yeah, that's why he's our pet of the week. Because he came to us as a stray, we don't know how he is with cats or dogs, but he does seem to get along well with our dogs here. He's a really polite boy. Polite and easy and snuggly. His favorite thing is just to be with people. He loves his walks. He loves cuddling. He loves giving nose boops. He's a sweetheart, just a sweetheart. He's also really good at sit. He knows that one. And he loves cheese, which makes him sit even faster. That's your favorite snack, huh? Yeah. He's just a really good boy, so we really wanted to highlight him this week. So if you would like to come and meet our sweet big boy, we are open Thursday through Tuesday, 12:30 to 6, or you can even make an appointment on Wednesday to come see him.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org. Pause for Pets is presented to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Merry Maids, the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Club Crow Bar and Grill.
Dan Coons filling in for Grant Olson on this Thursday, this rather breezy Thursday. Can you start feeling like autumn? I can certainly taste a little autumnal action in the air. We're getting some pretty shorter days, too. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Billy Goat Camera takes our lead off, and there's the Alta Lake Golf Course, and that hole right there, I 3-putted 2 days ago. Thank you very much. I'm pretty good about that. Yeah, we had some pressure gratings tighten up a little bit today. We had some breezy winds. You can see the direction they were coming out of, unless they were way up like in the Omak-Okanagan area where they didn't really have a lot of wind. We were breezy today, and we're also going to be breezy tonight. We'll calm down on Friday, but there'll be a trade-off. We'll get to that in just a little bit. One thing I do want to point out, look how much shorter the days are getting. We're losing about 3 minutes and 20 seconds of daylight every day. That's pretty dramatic as we head our way towards the autumnal equinox coming up on September 20th. Outside of that, pretty normal day, all things considered, just slightly below normal. And we did get a little bit of rain yesterday. Not very much, 2/100ths of an inch, but that did bump our rain gauge up a little bit, but we're still in a drought. Can't seem to shake out of that. Tomorrow's highs, you like the number 76, you're going to see it a lot. Moses Lake 76, Ephrata 76, Quincy 76. There'll be 76 trombones down in Ellensburg. We got 76 in Chelan, 76 in Aniet. I didn't make this up, folks. Pretty consistent temperatures all across the board. Omak, always a couple of degrees warmer. They'll top off at 78 on Friday. And one of the reasons all of the temperatures tomorrow are going to be pretty consistent is that we're going to start seeing a few more clouds on Friday, and that's going to even things out a little bit. For the rest of the day today, again, 74, 76 on Friday. A lot of sunshine tomorrow morning, but as the day progresses, you'll see the clouds begin to roll in from the Puget Sound area, and it'll be pretty cloudy by the time the sun goes down about 7:15 on Friday night. Saturday, no clouds at all, just a few in the morning. They'll be tapering off. Slight chance of a little bit of light rain. I wouldn't bet on it. A little bit cooler, too, and a high of 73 on Saturday, just about perfect for mid-September. Sunday, again, 73, mixture of clouds and sun, but the sun's going to win that battle for the most part. And then on Sunday night, we'll cool down to about 50 or so for the overnight low. Monday, 78, and we're not going to see 78 again for a while because starting Monday night into Tuesday, things are going to start cooling down. We're going to cloud up, and we're going to see a chance of rain maybe. That chance starts on Monday night. By the time we get to Tuesday, even though we'll see some sunshine, a passing shower, we can't rule out about a 30% chance of rain on Tuesday night. That chance of rain goes up to about maybe 40%, maybe even 50% for some much needed rain. Temperatures very consistent, lower 70s. Remember now, our normal afternoon high is getting gradually cooler as we get deeper and deeper into September, and a bit unsettled on Wednesday as well, but We could use the rain. 74 unofficially for our high today, 53 for the overnight low tonight. As I already mentioned, tomorrow we'll see sunshine in the morning, clouds in the afternoon. By the time the sun goes down, it'll be fairly cloudy. 76 for the overnight low. Pretty mild. 76 for the high on Friday. Pretty mild for the overnight low on Friday night into Saturday because the blanket will be on. Nice weekend. 73, 73 back-to-back Saturday and Sunday with sunshine for the most part. One warm day on Monday, and then things get unsettled and cool Tuesday, Wednesday, and probably all of next week once we get to Tuesday. That's your forecast. Still to come, a whole bunch of sports from our good buddy Eric Granstrom and more. You're watching a Thursday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, I'm Eric Granstrom with the NCWLIFE channel. We are on another fall sports season, and if you want to help us film some football, some volleyball, some girls soccer, we could certainly use your help. We'll pay you $75 for coming out and being a member of our team. All you have to do is email me, sports@ncwlife.com. That's sports@ncwlife.com, and say, hey, I want to learn how to run a camera. We'll teach you, and we'll pay you right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Happy Thursday. Brian Wu flirted with perfection over 6 innings last night in Seattle's 5-2 win over San Diego. The first hit for the Padres came with 1 out in the 7th when Fernando Tatis Jr. hit a line drive home run to left field. So Wu didn't get the perfect game nor the no-hitter, but Seattle got the win.
1-1. There you go, base hit. Rojas, he scores easily. Manny will hold Robles at third. Mariners have an early lead. It's 1-0 and the third base is still loaded. Cal Raleigh ringing a bell. His 92nd run batted in. Ground ball, Bogarts. And a drop. They're going to say on the transfer, so Robles, he is out. Everybody else safe.
Seattle challenging the out call at second base.
Yeah, and it's really difficult. Now you got to turn it around to try to make the transfer.
Space station in there. Here we go.
After review, the call's been overturned. The runner is safe. Seattle retains the challenge.
Runners go. 3-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit. Robles scores. Julio's coming in. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. 2-run single. Luke Raleigh and the Mariners have a 3-0 lead. This is against the #1 hitting team in baseball. Manny Machado, line drive, left field. Rosarena got it. The 1-1. Popped it up. This should be an easy play. Raley is there. Foul ball. 18 up. 18 down.
Driven to left field on a line towards the pole. It is gone. Breaks up the perfect bid with 1 out in the 7th. It's a home run for Fernando. Line into center field, base hit for Bogarts. Profar being waved around. He will score, and it's now 5-2.
Here's the 1-2 for Munoz. Bouncing ball, Polo. Throw to first, locked down, and wins. The Mariners take this game 5-2, pick up a full game on the Houston Astros. They're now 3.5 behind in the chase.
Wu says he knew things were going well, but it was more pitch to pitch than knowing he was perfect through 6 innings.
I think it's more of like rhythm with, mechanically and attacking the zone, and you're not really thinking too much about, spots and whatnot. I think early on, especially, it's weird. You have those days. It's like I didn't feel great in catch play. I didn't feel great in the bullpen, just kind of all over the place. And then you get out and it just clicks. Like it's just a weird game. But yeah, I guess after probably a couple innings, felt like we were in a good rhythm with the fastball, getting the off speeds kind of underneath and good spots that I like, especially later in counts and finish counts. So I guess probably a couple innings in, but yeah, you try to kind of just stay focused, stay present. You're obviously frustrated as a competitor, like you know what you're doing is special if you just kind of stay in the moment. And credit to them, I mean, they put some good swings on some good pitches, and it is what it is. It's more just me wanting to finish the job and, you know, at least finish that inning. And it's good pitch, good swing, tip your cap, profile, good pitch, good swing, tip your cap. And then, yeah, that's why I was just, Cronenworth was probably the more frustrating at bat, just the walk. Probably at least 24 hours. I'd probably still be frustrated the rest of the night. Yeah.
Seattle begins a crucial 4-game series with Texas tonight at 6:40. That'll be on Brute Sports Northwest. Well, the Mariners finally took advantage of a day when Houston lost as the Astros were defeated by the A's yesterday 5-4. Seattle 3.5 games back in the AL West now. Texas comes into town after being soundly beaten by Arizona 14-4. Minnesota topped the Angels 6-4. Seattle remains 4 games back in the American League wild card race after the Twins and Red Sox both won. Detroit also claimed a 7-4 win over Colorado to remain 3 back. Yankees beat the Royals in 11 innings 4-3, so Kansas City is a game and a half up for that second wild card playoff spot. Well, New England, the Patriots are off to a 1-0 start in what many say was a surprising 16-10 Week 1 win on the road at Cincinnati. As Seattle prepares to head to Foxborough this Sunday, Coach Mike Macdonald says he expects a good old-fashioned grind-it-out type of game that comes down to the final few plays.
The players are out there playing, and they have really good players with sound, good fundamental schemes and change-ups. I know we have really good players and with what I believe are sound schemes and change-ups. So, you know, we're going to have to see how each team's trying to attack each other throughout the game. And, you know, this is going to be a four-quarter old-school football game. Like, it's going to come down to who makes the plays at the end. That was the message to the team today, and it's going to be a great game.
Seattle found its running game during the second half of last week's 26-21 over Denver. DK Metcalf says he's totally fine blocking for Seahawks ball carriers, but he's ready if they need to stretch the field.
I don't think it was us being held back. The run game was working. Ken was churning, and you know we just kept going back to the well, and he just kept producing for us, and we didn't have to throw the ball in a sense. So when we need to throw the ball and need explosives down the field, I think Grove will dial it up for us. But I mean, if running the ball is what we need to win games, then you know why not?
Seattle and New England kick off Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. That'll be on CBS. There was one match across the region in prep volleyball last night. The Entiat Tigers picked up a second win in consecutive nights, sweeping Oroville in 3 sets. A much busier slate tonight has Chelan at Ephrata, Quincy hosts LaSalle, Bridgeport plays at Pateras, Cashmere hosts Royal, Liberty Bell visits Cascade, Tonasket takes on Omak, Eisenhower is at Eastmont tonight at 7, while Wenatchee is at Davis, and Moses Lake travels to Sunnyside. The soccer pitch today found Omak at Chelan, Brewster's hosting Quincy, Cascade visits Liberty Bell, Lake Roosevelt entertains Bridgeport tonight at 6. It's Ephrata at East Valley and Cashmere hosting Royal. The 7 o'clock games have Eastmont at Eisenhower, Wenatchee hosts Davis, and Sunnyside visits Moses Lake. We'll have our first football broadcast of the season tomorrow night here on the NCWLIFE channel when the Eastmont Wildcats take on the post-fall Trojans. Join us for the pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7 o'clock from Wildcat Stadium. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, it is back. It is the Wenatchee Valley Veterans Stand Down at the Armory on 5th Street on the 21st day of September. Jose Solis is the man who runs NCW Vets Serving Vets, affectionately referred to as the Bunker. If you are a veteran anywhere in our viewing area, you will want to make a point to be at the Armory on the 21st day of September. And we're going to give this guy a big shout out too, Jose Solis, on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we want to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you again on Friday night.